Please welcome to News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm Jugdir Gambold. And for our top stories. Temperature plunge expected on November 21st. Supreme head of Mongolian Buddhism enthroned. Mongol Khan play is being staged at the London Coliseum Theatre. For the news, stay tuned. The National Agency for Meteorology and Environmental Monitoring has issued a warning regarding significant weather changes expected to sweep the country. Here is what you need to know to stay prepared.
Following warm weather last week, a sudden shift is anticipated on November 21st, bringing a noticeable temperature drop. The public is advised to prepare for colder conditions as winter weather sets in. Most regions are expected to get precipitation accompanied by snowstorms. The weather forecast indicates that these snowstorms will be more intense than those on the 14th and 15th of this month. Heavy snowfall could cause road and traffic disruptions. With the abrupt transitions in temperature, there is a high risk of ice cover on roads and sidewalks. The public is urged to exercise caution, especially while commuting, and to take preventive measures to avoid accidents caused by icy conditions. Herders are advised to take prompt action to prepare feed and fodder for their livestock. People are encouraged to reconsider travel plans to the countryside unless absolutely necessary. The combination of precipitation, snowstorms, and potential ice cover could make road conditions hazardous. Safety should be a top priority when traveling. Stay tuned to local news updates and follow the guidelines provided by the National Agency for Meteorology and Environmental Monitoring.
A ceremony for the enthronement of the Supreme Head of Mongolian Buddhism, the humble Lama of London Monastery, Mongol Khan Larm, Javzendurj, was held at the Batsagang Tsokchung Pagoda on the auspicious 5th day of the first winter month of the year of the water rabbit.
This historic event was attended by public figures, representatives from Buddhist monasteries in Mongolia, parliament speakers and government representatives, foreign ambassadors, and devoted practitioners. Javzendurj Dolamrakcha was born in Sikhpata province in 1980. His spiritual journey began with an apprenticeship at the Mandal Monastery, followed by studies at Ulaanbaatar's Eastern Region Dashcholam Monastery and Gandan Tichlan Dashchampel Tatsang. His quest for knowledge led him to Bribal Monastery's Gamandatsan in India from 1998 to 2017, culminating in the defense of the esteemed Hwaram degree.
Practicing and promoting ethics, faith and worship in our personal and social lives are the keys to solving many major challenges humanity faces nowadays. I will work hard to integrate the latest knowledge and education into the religious education and teaching of monasteries, foster cooperation between religious organizations and educational institutions to enlighten society, and organize humanitarian activities.
He is the first religious figure from Mongolia to receive the title of Hwaram since the Soviet-driven repression of Buddhism in the 1930s. The enthronement ceremony was not only a personal milestone for Javzendurj Lama, but also a significant moment for the preservation of Mongolia's Buddhist traditions.
The play Tamokgitur, written by the esteemed hero of labor of Mongolia, State Prize laureate, honored cultural figure, people's writer and poet Bao Taoxung, is currently captivating audiences at the London Coliseum Theatre under the title The Mongol Khan. Running from November 17 to December 2nd, the production promises a unique insight into the richness of Mongolian culture.
On the second day of its staging, the Mongol Khan unfolded its mesmerizing tale at the London Coliseum Theatre. A dedicated team of over 100 individuals, including both Mongolian and British producers, marketing teams, and artists, collaborated tirelessly to present this theatrical masterpiece to a discerning British audience. This grand production serves as a fitting tribute, celebrating 60 years of enduring British-Mongolian relations and the fruitful exchange of cultural experiences. Notably, it marks the first-ever visit of Mongolia's leading theatre company to the UK, offering a lavish and immersive exploration of the evolution of ancient Mongolian culture.
Hello, this is David and Maria from England. We are English people who come to London to see shows, and we would like to congratulate the Mongol Khan as a simply stunning production which has blown our minds tonight. Every aspect of the production has been superb. Maria?
And can I also add to that, it's been an absolute privilege and a real treat to see this wonderful show. I'd recommend it to anybody. We've been to fabulous shows all over the world, and this is up there with the best of the shows. It's absolutely a must-see. It's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to all the team, all those on the stage, all those behind the scenes. You've done a wonderful job, and we love to learn a little bit about the Mongolian culture.
My name is Andy. I used to live in Mongolia. I lived in Ulaanbaatar in 2011 to 12, and it's been a fantastic performance tonight. I really enjoyed it. Powerful, dramatic, spectacular, just a really wonderful show, and it took me right back to my time in Mongolia. Absolutely beautiful, wonderful to see a Mongolian theatre company in England. You're all very welcome, and thank you, Mongolia.
Please take a look at current affairs of Mongolia.
Minister of Foreign Affairs of Mongolia Patsitsik is on an official visit to Canada from November 20th to 22nd at the invitation of Canada's Minister of Foreign Affairs Melanie Joly. Minister Patsitsik is scheduled to meet with Speaker of the House of Commons of Canada, engage in official talks with Minister Joly, and meet with members of Canadian Mongolian Parliamentary Group and key Canadian government representatives. The focus of these meetings will be fostering the bilateral comprehensive partnership framework with Canada. Discussions will cover trade, the economy, mining, agriculture, education, and other areas of mutual interest. The goal of the visit is to fortify cooperation between the two nations, paving the way for enhanced collaboration and mutual prosperity. The visit coincides with the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Mongolia and Canada.
Please take a look at currency exchange rates provided by the Mongol Bank. Now here comes foreign news partnered with international news agencies. Students in New York say they hope the San Francisco summit between Chinese President Xi Jinping and US President Joe Biden will help ease the tensions between the two countries and boost the people-to-people exchanges and bilateral cooperation.
Speaking to China Central Television or CCTV after the summit, student Simon Miller said the meeting showed the two leaders understood what it would take to get relations back on track.
The best way to describe it is cautious optimism for the relationship right now. I would love for all of that to end because of this meeting between Xi Jinping and Biden. And I think it is possible that that is true. I mean, they laid out these 5 principles of U.S.-China relations, which seem very, very good. They seem key. They seem like they really understand the philosophical and political underpinnings of a strong relationship between the United States and China.
I think it's great that conversations are happening between them. I think it should ease some tensions that Americans are feeling, because I know that that's been an issue with Middle America, like seeing China as some threat.
The emphasis on people-to-people exchanges at the summit meeting was encouraging to Miller, who said it was super crucial that citizens from both sides should interact more. During the summit on Wednesday at Filoli Estate, Xi and Biden agreed on several key areas of cooperation, with both leaders saying the meeting was a new starting point for stabilizing bilateral ties. She pointed out that mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation, lessons learned from 50 years of China-US relations and the conflict between major countries in history, should be the direction of future joint efforts between the two countries.
A senior spokesperson for the Israeli military said on Sunday that a humanitarian operation was going hand in hand with the evacuation of people from Gaza City's Shifa hospital. Also, he said that while Israel had requested the evacuation of the hospital for several weeks, organizations like the UN and the World Health Organization determined to not evacuate.
Israel's military is conducting a search in the hospital, claiming that a Hamas command center is located beneath it. However, both Hamas and hospital staff deny this allegation. On Saturday morning, around 2,500 displaced individuals, mobile patients, and medical staff evacuated the compound under the leadership of the World Health Organization.
No, yesterday we evacuated people from the Al-Shifa hospital in coordination, like we did the babies today, at the request of the administration of the hospital. That is what we've been doing. We had requested for several weeks now that the hospital be evacuated, and unfortunately the different organizations did not deem it possible. And today we proved again that it is possible, and where we need to save lives, we need to work together in order to evacuate people from harm's way. That is what we've been doing over the last 48 hours now.
The conflict originated from Hamas attack on October 7th in southern Israel, resulting in deaths to approximately 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and the abduction of around 240 others. To date, 52 Israeli soldiers have lost their lives.
And while we're trying to evacuate people from the hospitals or from the northern areas of the Gaza Strip, this is precisely the ability of the role of the UN, of the WHO, to assist in their evacuation. But for weeks, they had proven, or they determined, not to evacuate them. So I would say, yes, the situation, it is a war zone. It's a reality that Hamas chose the battleground. Hamas chose precisely because of this challenge that it poses. The reality is, of course, what a very dire situation, and that is precisely why we brought 6,000 liters of water. That's why we brought food supplies, humanitarian medical supplies, and also incubators for the babies that were evacuated. So there is a humanitarian operation that goes hand in hand with the offensive activities against Hamas.
The sprawling compound saw the departure of over 11,500 Palestinians, according to Palestinian health authorities, with another 2,700 reported missing and believed to be under rubble.
Please take a look at international current affairs.
On Sunday, a small amount of aid reached to Gaza, and more evacuations took place amid the Israel-Hamas conflict. Over two-thirds of Gaza's 2.3 million people, mainly internally displaced, are grappling with challenges as the United Nations Relief and Works Agency struggles to provide basic services to those sheltering in schools and facilities. Harsh winter conditions worsened their plight. Israel permitted the United Nations Relief and Works Agency to import fuel temporarily over the weekend, ensuring continued humanitarian operations, internet and telephone services. Since the war's start, Israel had cut off fuel imports, resulting in the shutdown of Gaza's power plant and water treatment systems, leaving most residents without electricity or running water.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying tuned. We'll see you next time with more news and updates. Have a great day ahead.